Shalom. I'm gonna start by, of course, giving the honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. The one to the other apostle, great millstone, rule 1, teach well. Kazak Shalom. To you, brother, this was a few sisters to tune in, listen, and learn. And, just getting right into it, with the spirit, really been on lately. How you had those IUIC and, Sakari members, kind of had like a clash, about some, sodomite guy, dealing inside of IUIC or whatever the drama it was. But what just get right into it. You're not really supposed to, first and foremost, lay on another man's foundation in the first place. So really, I would say that both camps were off. They both could have been prevented. Like the Apostle Ramla was mentioning in one of his latest videos that you know how the GMS Philadelphia camp was was approached by those same pretty much actions from coming from I think that was, who was that Sakari, if I'm not mistaken. But this these acts have been going on for a minute, dealing with these other camps, as far as standing on another man's foundation was just off. But really, it's really standing on the Lord's foundation concerning GMS. But just getting right to it, this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3, verse 11. It says, for other foundation can no man lay. Let's get this whole context. Start at verse 9. It says, for we are laborers together with Yahweh. Ye are Yahweh's, Yahweh Shah's husbandry. Ye are Yahweh's building, right? We are that temple, the third temple, dealing with the Lord. It says, according to the grace of Yahweh, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, right? And when you go into that word edify, it means to build, so we are truly master builders, of the Lord's temple, it says, I have laid the foundation, right? The foundation. Let's get this word foundation, because when you get this word foundation, I got it, and it's like it. I got it in 1 Corinthians chapter 3. And verse 11. You get this word foundation. It says, laid down as a foundation, the foundation of building wall city. This is the point. The foundations, beginnings, first principles, right? The first principles, it says that word first or beginning, but we know who was first, which was Yahushua, so he is that foundation, it says first Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, according to the grace of Yahweh, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon, right? But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon, right? Because the Lord has allowed men, to edify, to build, to fish for the elect, to cast in their mites, to seek out heavenly treasure, So here it is. We're right here with the Lord, the elect. Lord's one with us, men. Go right here with the Lord, help him build that temple, on the foundation of Yahweh Shai. Now when you got other men come in, like the scripture say, covered in unawares, but the scripture also talk about how you can't go in no other way. You can't, to get to feed a flock of sheep. You can't go in no other way, or you'll be called a thief and a robber. So all the men who are, doing it according to the will of Yahweh Shem Shah, or all the men who are truly doing it out of the sincerity of their heart, you know, those are the men that are allowed to, build on that foundation of Yahweh Shah. You know, other men can't do it. It says, according to the grace of Yahweh Shem Shah, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another man buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed to how he build thereupon. For other foundation can no man lay. Right? You can't lay a Jesus Christo's foundation on a Yahweh Shah foundation. You can't build idols upon the foundation of the Lord. We know the scriptures say it all throughout the scripture. The Lord tells us how he is against idols. So another foundation can no man lay. Because you have many foundations. The scriptures say, "Many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach." I am, anointed. Or I am Yahushua. And so you got many foundations. Jesus Christos, that was founded, by these Edomites. Dealing with coming out of the Roman Catholic, branch of turning into Christianity. Then you got all these other guys, Buddha and all this, you know what I'm saying? Those are different foundations, that ought not to be laid upon, you know, um, you know, Yahweh Shah's foundation, but especially, Jesus Christos, that's a name that a lot of these camps swing around, all of the damn time, man. You talking about the Hebrew Israelites and camps and shit, but they, swinging around this word Jesus, and you know what I mean? But it says, for other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Yahushua, right? But this is the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 20. It says, yes, so I have strived to preach the gospel, right? And we strive to preach and teach, feed the flock, in season, out of season, right? Not where Yahushua was named, lest I should build upon another man's foundation, right? So once again, not building on another man's foundation, which once again, you see guys do this a lot, man. It's off. What you need to be on another man's foundation for, just stick to the scriptures, man. Hebrews 13, verse 9, be not carried about with diverse and strange doctrine. This is another, way of, having another foundation, man. These strange doctrines of wine, philosophies, and you know what I'm saying? All these branch offs of the truth, bug out doctrine, branch offs of the truth. People get inspiration from the truth of the scriptures and then turn it into some type of lie, man. Building on another foundation, man. It says, that's not of the Lord. It says, be not carried about with diverse and strange doctrines, for it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meats, which have not profited them that have been occupied therein. Right? And that meat is symbolic for, pretty much those, breakdowns that, other, that men give, but in this case, it being, unprofitable, um, and we're gonna see that more and more, man. The scriptures talk about, you know, uh, you know, I forget how it's quoted in the book of Jeremiah, where we're talking about the prophet which prophesy when they see the prophet. I'm paraphrasing the scripture. Gosh, slip me, but I'm gonna move on to the next precept. This is book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, therefore, uh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna start at verse 4, it says there is one body, right? One, right. Once again, add to that point of it being one foundation, because that's another thing that these guys like to do, those unity camps, where you bring all these different faiths into one big conglomerate, or one big company. That's off, man. Now you got niggas calling on Yeshua, Yeshaya, fucking Jehu, whatever, man. All in one big bunch, trying to teach the scriptures, man. How off is that, man? One guy, he reads the scripture, read the scripture. All right, and Yahuwah said, and then he done with this precept. Read the scripture. Jesus said, no, that's not how. That's that's completely, against what the Lord is trying to do here, man. What the Lord is doing here. You see, you got to be on one accord, man. Everybody got to be on one accord. That's why when you see, brothers going to camps, the apostles and elders and, these different GMS camps, man, you don't see no bumping heads and none of that, because it's like everybody, is on one accord. Everybody is, you got brothers, you can feel being online, you can feel the flow of the precepts and the flow of how, the Lord is dealing, in the midst of the teaching. Brothers be grabbing the same precepts or having the same precept in mind. A brother quote a precept, and then another brother might be holding it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's how the camp is supposed to be able to flow. Through being on one accord. That's literally the only way that you can be able to do that. Is to be on one accord, in doctrine. It says, there is one body and one spirit, even as ye are called in the hope of your calling. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, right? And there's one foundation, and that's that ship ought to be laid. That's the foundation of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Now, once again, like the scripture said, though, let no other foundation be laid, with paraphrasing, that which is other than Yahushua. But this is the book of Philippians chapter 2 and verse I'm gonna start at I started at verse 3, because once again, going full circle, what happened with the IUIC, and the other Israelite camp members, that should have never happened. If you would have been on one accord, if somebody would have been in the spirit, man, it wouldn't have happened. Verse 3, it says, let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, right? Strife or vainglory, man. This is a beautiful scripture. It says, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem each other better than themselves. Now, if these guys was on a doctrine, they would have understood, to be at lowliness of mind, man. And that could have been prevented, man. But once again, not laying on another man's foundation would have prevented the whole thing in the first place. But you know, Lord willing to satisfy through every shall give me a spirit to listen. The next time I say Shalom, why Bible ball.